long is this shoot?
However long you
Okay.
want to, whatever you want to talk about. So. Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen's hopefully new regular feature, interviews with people who make movies. My special guest today, Candy Yuen.
Hi everyone.
So, would
Hi,
you like
Sean.
to... Hi, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, I was thinking to start with, if you could tell people about your background in entertainment before we get to movies and, you know.
In entertainment, I've been in this industry for around 12 years.
Okay.
It's a long time coming. So I started when I was 19. I was behind the camera. So I work in distribution and work in marketing and PR for film companies.
Okay.
And right after I graduated, I worked for Peter Chan because he found out about me when I was in university. I was working for Hong Kong Film Festival and Asian Film Awards, so he already knew about me, and then he called me and said, I have this film coming up and I need someone to do the marketing and the distribution. So
Okay.
I went and worked for him right away after I graduated. And then 2 years later I entered TVB through Miss Hong Kong.
Okay. Oh, so you were a contestant in Miss Hong Kong?
Yes.
Okay.
And I won a little something.
That's all right.
That's why I had a contract. Because, you know, if you go to Miss Hong Kong and you don't win anything, then
Right.
that's just like a 3-month experience. But I won a little something, so I had a contract and I stayed for 4 years.
Okay.
And after that I went into films, and that was like 3 years ago, so that's my 12 years in the industry.
Yeah, and your first film was?
My first film, let me remember, I think, oh my god, it was with Louis Koo, I think in Overheard.
Overheard 3? The third one?
3.
Yes.
That was just a little scene.
Right. I remember, yes, you played a
Yeah.
horizontal refreshment worker, as we call it. Yes.
Or a straight up hooker.
Sex worker.
Sex.
Yes.
They were just hooking up. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought they were...
They were like, I don't know.
It's hard to tell in the new territories.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
And
but
then
I remember that.
I think I was in Vegas to Macau.
Yes.
#1, the first one, and then that was the one with Chapman Toe.
Yes. Naked Ambition.
Naked Ambition 2. And I was in Zombie Fight Club.
Yes.
And on and on and on.
Right.
So I did about, I think, 7 films.
Yeah, 6 or 7 when I checked.
Yeah.
I've actually seen all of them, but that's what I do.
Little parts here and there, because I was a TV host for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So I'm just really grateful that people like call me up and say, do you want to come to the casting? And I went to casting and
Right.
gave me the parts. So
Yes. And
just,
you were
roll with
in Buddy Cops with King Kong and Bosco.
And they want me to play myself.
Yeah.
Because I was hosting this TV show that was on every night, and they're like, can you come play yourself? And I'm like,
That's okay.
alright. But that was quite memorable shoot, because I was at the airport the whole night, and I think I waited like 10 hours.
Okay.
And I finally shot it, and I was like, and I waited another 4 years for it to come out.
That's okay.
So it's like 4 years and 10 hours.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed that movie, though. I think they finally worked out the idea that when you take a story or a set of characters from television to movies, you're allowed to do more things. Like, because they actually made like some fairly adult jokes, and they had some actual language you can't have on television. And I sort of admired that. I'm not saying it's a great film, but it was much more entertaining and surprising than I expected.
That's good, because the director is my friend, who I actually worked with when I was with Peter Chan.
Okay.
So we had the same office, and we had lunch every day.
Nice.
And then we cross over to film.
Okay.
Yeah, as an actor.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So, do you want to talk about the film you're probably most known for?
for now.
Okay, yes.
But it's not my best work, I think. I really like the film that I did 1 year ago in China, but it's not out yet.
Okay.
So that one was really challenging.
Right.
And the what's that called? The gigolo.
Yeah. Not wrong. Yes, the gigolo.
The gigolo.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad that people still remember it, actually, and still want to.
It's a very memorable
hear
film.
About, I don't know. I only watched it once at the premiere.
I only watched it.
I almost had a heart attack. I asked my makeup artist to buy me a little bottle of wine, red wine from 7-Eleven,
Good thinking.
and bring it to the cinema.
Yeah.
Because I can't. They book this huge cinema with a huge screen,
Sure.
bigger than normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't seen this thing yet, and now I'm seeing it on a huge screen with like everyone.
Yeah.
Just like way of respecting me.
But it's, I mean, it's a weird thing because sort of I really do admire you for doing that because like I wouldn't have any problems being naked, but that's because I know that it would make people nauseous. Like it would be funny to me. But at least it's very honest.
Were you at the premiere?
No, I don't know. I actually paid to watch it the first time.
Oh, which cinema? Was it crowded?
Cinemoco.
Was it?
It was. I don't
Was it
remember
full?
how I was. It wasn't full. It was during the day, but people appreciated the film. You know, and I did too. I mean, I like the fact that it is what it is. It's a story about the king of gigolos. It doesn't try to turn into a morality tale or anything, and it has some moments that are just really pleasantly surprising or shocking. And that sounds weird, but as I said, because a lot of times the way they cut things, you can tell when they use a body double and then an actress, and for you, they just pan the camera up, and it creates a different feel for things.
I was quite shocked throughout the filming, and I actually right after it wrapped, I just walked downstairs. There was a travel agent, and I paid cash for a ticket back to Australia, and I hid myself in Australia for like 3 weeks after the shoot, and I went to Melbourne and Sydney to see all my friends and play with their children to get a sense of normalcy back into my life. I think I was just so shocked because the lighting was much brighter than we are right now.
Right.
And it feels so unnatural to be in such bright lighting. It's almost like a doctor examination.
Yeah.
And it was longer than I thought. Each scene, just the whole shoot was so long, and I was so cold. And
right.
But
because I remember you said that the scene where you're outdoors on the boat, that was actually they filmed in like December or January.
November, late November.
But still, yeah.
Out at sea in cyclone, so
yeah, that's
the wind was blowing, and I was like, don't I get like goosebumps all over?
You would think,
on high definition, but I mean, whatever. Like, I'm still happy that people remember it, and did it bring you any joy? Were you feeling great?
I mean, I was watching the movie with a friend of mine who's a guy, so I'm gonna. But that's what I mean. Like in certain films, you have to be able to just kind of not suspend disbelief, but you've got to be able to at least relate to it on some level. And the fact that you were willing to do that, as I said, it was very impressive to me, and it created a much better feel for the film. Because nowadays there's so many things like we've talked about in Lan Kwai Fong, and you did with the Chapman Toe film, where you're doing a sex scene or you're in a shower in a bathing suit. That wasn't you, that was in Lan Kwai Fong. And it's just so obviously weird that it really, to me, throws you out of the movie. So you being so naked so often, and it's just, it really kind of draws you into that, because if you're going to deal with things like, you know, the King of Gigolos, that's their job description. The story I always tell is like the old Chen Bolin films.
Oh, yeah.
She was always playing a chicken, so on some level you could say, all right, the film should show her at work, because that's what she needs to do. But then they would show her like bathing and washing her hair and rinsing her hair and then soaping herself, and they'd show everywhere. That was exploitative, you know. So at least for what you were doing, there was a context for it. You had enough. There were enough sort of dramatic turns in the film. You know, the story was interesting because I enjoyed the way that it flipped things over. Like when, oh gosh, I can't think of his name. When Dominic comes home with Gina, that's a classic. When you flip the genders over for a chicken movie, that's what always happens. You know, the girl comes home with the son and finds out that the father was a client. It's the exact same thing. So to me, it was really great because it kind of pulled the film right into the whole tradition. You know.
Well, when they first approached me, they told me that I'm gonna play against Dada Chen, Zhang.
Yeah.
And I thought that's nice because, you know, she just won Best Supporting Actress. And I thought, yeah, well,
I would say she just got.
I want to be in a film with her. I thought, you know, it's gonna be nice, and I think we will have some really good chemistry.
Okay.
And because I before that I never worked with Dominic, and I don't know how our on-screen chemistry is gonna be, but I think Dada and me would have a good chemistry. And I thought, well, nudity. I was 29. I thought, oh, okay, probably a good idea before everything goes south.
I know what you mean.
And you know, I'm 32 right now, and I thought, you know, I still think the same way. I think if people ask me today to do it for the first time, I don't know how they're gonna market it.
Right.
I'm not sure if people want to see a 32-year-old. In Hong Kong, I think the Chinese mentality, I think 32 is a bit old. I think, like, they market someone under 30, I think is more appealing.
Well, yeah, but
I still look the same, actually.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I still look the same. Everything is still in place.
Yeah.
And still bouncing.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
But